You've imagined it. You've affirmed it. You've done everything the books and videos told you to do, but still nothing happened. You're waiting, hoping, checking, and yet your outer world looks the same. Why? This is the moment most people walk away, doubting the process. But what if the real issue isn't the technique itself, but what's missing from the way you're applying it? Thinking about your desire is one thing. Speaking it out loud is another. But Neville Goddard said that unless you feel it deeply, truthfully, emotionally, it remains just an idea, floating in thought, disconnected from reality. The true secret isn't just to imagine what you want, it's to feel as if it's already yours. This teaching, feeling is the secret, has been quoted endlessly, but very few actually understand what it means or how to use it properly. Feeling isn't just about emotion, it's not about being excited or hopeful. It's about embodying a new identity, stepping into the version of yourself that already lives in the reality you desire. In this video, you're going to learn exactly what Neville meant when he said, feel it real. You'll discover why so many people get stuck repeating affirmations without results, and how to finally move past that block. You'll understand the role of emotion in shaping your subconscious, and how to activate the kind of inner experience that actually shifts your outer world. This isn't surface-level theory. This is about the foundation of all conscious manifestation. And here's where it gets interesting. Neville didn't teach wishful thinking. He taught mental discipline. He spoke of the mind as a creative instrument, one that brings into being whatever you impress upon it through persistent emotionally charged thoughts. Not just thoughts about what you want, but thoughts from the place of already having it. He said, you must enter into the image. You must think from it, not of it. That one distinction, thinking from instead of thinking of, is what separates passive dreamers from powerful creators. If you keep imagining your desire as something far away, something to hopefully attract, then you're affirming its absence. But when you shift into the feeling of it already being done, when you carry yourself from that state, everything around you begins to change. This is the missing link, and it's the reason why people can go months or even years trying to manifest something without results, until they finally realize they were just thinking about it, not living from it. We'll explore practical techniques you can use today to ignite this feeling in your imagination. You'll learn how to access what Neville called the state akin to sleep, and how to enter it with clarity and conviction. You'll also hear how to use your inner conversations and assumptions to support the feeling of fulfillment, so you're not battling doubt every step of the way. There's a reason Neville's teachings have endured for generations, because they work when applied correctly. And once you understand how to feel it real, you'll never see the world the same way again. You won't need to force or chase. You'll know that the seed has already been planted, and you'll begin to live from that awareness. So if you've ever wondered why your desires feel stuck, if you've felt frustrated by the gap between what you want and what you see, if you're ready to stop hoping and start living from the end, this video is for you. Watch closely until the end. We're going deep into one of Neville Goddard's most powerful but often misunderstood teachings. You'll not only hear the theory, you'll get the tools to live it, to shift your identity, to dissolve the doubt, and to finally experience what it's like to manifest from a place of certainty, not desperation. This isn't about getting hyped. It's about getting aligned. Welcome to Ignis Mindset, where we unlock the real teachings of Neville Goddard and show you how to apply them in your life, wisely, clearly, and consistently. If you're serious about transforming your inner world to shape your outer reality, then you're in the right place. Make sure to subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss a video. Because here, you don't just learn how to wish, you learn how to live in the wish fulfilled. Before we talk about the outer results, we must understand the inner cause. Everything begins within. And when Neville Goddard said, feel it real, he wasn't simply asking us to be emotional. He was pointing to something much deeper. Feeling in his teaching is not just a passing mood or a temporary excitement. It's the full assumption of the state you desire. To feel it real is to mentally and emotionally live in the end result, right now, not tomorrow. Not when things change, now. This is not pretending. It is not fantasizing or wishing. It is occupying the state. It is shifting from the identity of someone who wants to the identity of someone who already has. That's the key. That's the missing ingredient most people never grasp. Neville said that your imagination is the creative power of your life, and what you imagine with feeling becomes your experience. But the word feeling here is often misunderstood. It's not about stirring up some artificial emotion. It's about becoming internally convinced that your desire is already yours. Feeling is assumption. When you feel poor, you assume the state of poverty. When you feel wealthy, you assume the state of abundance. And the world simply reflects that back. It's not the bank balance that makes you rich. It's the state of being rich that creates the bank balance. So the real question is, what are you assuming? What state are you living from right now? Most people are stuck in surface level affirmations. They say the right words. They speak them repeatedly. But deep down, they're still assuming lack. They're still waiting, still hoping, still doubting. So the inner state hasn't changed. And if the state doesn't shift, the results won't either. Neville made it very clear, it's not what you say out loud that shapes your world. It's what you accept as true within. That is what the subconscious receives. That is what gets impressed upon it. And once impressed, the outer must conform. To feel it real means to immerse yourself in the seeing of your desire, not as an observer, but as the participant, not from a distance, but from within. You're not watching yourself have the success. You are the one having it. You are the one shaking the hands. You are the one in the home, hearing the sounds, touching the walls, living the life. That's the power of mental experience. That's the magic of assumption. It's not fantasy, it's creation. Now, where does all this begin? It begins in imagination. That is the true starting point. Neville said that imagination is the beginning of all creation. Everything that exists in the world first existed in someone's mind. The building, the clothing, the invention, the business, all of it was imagined first. And when imagination is combined with feeling, with full inner conviction, it becomes real. This is why Neville emphasized imagination above all else. Not because it's play, but because it is the tool through which you claim your reality. What you vividly imagine and feel to be true is what your life becomes. The outer world is the shadow. Imagination is the substance. He said, man is all imagination and God is man, and exists in us and we in him. The eternal body of man is the imagination. So this is not some optional exercise. This is the essence of conscious creation. You don't wait for evidence. You create the evidence by dwelling in the assumption. Let's say you desire a new opportunity, a better career, more income, recognition. If you merely say, I want it, you remain in a state of wanting. But if you go within, close your eyes and place yourself mentally at the end, you begin to feel the result. You imagine being congratulated. You hear someone say, I knew you'd do it. You feel the texture of the paper in your hand, the sound of the success around you, the satisfaction in your chest. That is not empty daydreaming. That is impressing the subconscious with a new truth. You're rehearsing the experience, and in doing so, you're moving into the state of the wish fulfilled. This rehearsal is not for motivation. It's for alignment. It tells your entire being, this is who I am now. And when the subconscious accepts that as true, it begins to reorganize your life to reflect it. This is why two people can say the same affirmation, but only one gets the result. One says it from a place of emotional distance. The other says it from conviction, from belief, from feeling. That is the difference between empty words and creative power. Neville taught that this inner experience must become so real to you that the outer world feels like the shadow, that your feeling is more vivid than what your eyes see. Because the moment you shift within, reality starts shifting to match it. He said, the world is a mirror. forever reflecting what you are doing within yourself. So look closely at your feelings. Are they confirming your desire or denying it? To feel it real means to drop the waiting, drop the doubt. It means to walk, talk, breathe, and act as if it were already done. Not with pressure or force, but with calm knowing. The feeling is one of quiet confidence, not frantic trying. You don't need to prove it to others. You don't even need to prove it to yourself. You simply need to enter the state, to relax into it, to dwell in it. And this becomes your dwelling place. Not something you visit once during a morning routine, but something you carry all day long. Every time your mind wanders, bring it back. Every time doubt creeps in, return to the feeling. Over time, this becomes your natural state. And what is natural within will be inevitable without. This is the path Neville laid out, not the path of struggle, but the path of alignment, of imagination, of feeling. And once you understand this, once you practice it, the outer world begins to shape itself around your inner world. So ask yourself, right now, what do I feel to be true? And is that feeling leading me where I want to go? Because feeling is the secret. And once you learn to feel it real, you hold the key to shaping your life from within. Emotional congruence is the cornerstone of Neville Goddard's teachings on manifestation. It's not merely about thinking positively or uttering affirmations. It's about aligning your inner emotional state with the reality you wish to experience. This alignment ensures that your subconscious mind accepts your desires as truths, paving the way for their manifestation in your external world. Many individuals unknowingly sabotage their manifestations by harboring feelings of doubt, fear, or unworthiness. These emotions send conflicting messages to the subconscious, which then mirrors these inconsistencies in one's reality. To counteract this, it's essential to cultivate emotional consistency that supports your desired state of being. Identifying unhelpful emotional patterns is the first step toward achieving emotional congruence. Pay attention to recurring feelings that arise when you think about your goals. Are they feelings of excitement and certainty, or are they tinged with anxiety and skepticism? Recognizing these patterns allows you to consciously shift your focus and emotions toward those that align with your desired outcomes. One effective method to foster this alignment is the as-if mental exercise. This practice involves imagining and feeling the experience of your desire as if it has already been fulfilled. For instance, if you aspire to own a new home, visualize yourself walking through its rooms, feeling the texture of the walls and basking in the ambiance. If it's a new job you seek, picture yourself receiving the offer letter, feeling the weight of the paper, and experiencing the joy and pride that comes with it. Engaging in this mental rehearsal not only strengthens your belief in the possibility of your desires, but also impresses these feelings upon your subconscious mind. Over time, with consistent practice, this emotional alignment becomes second nature, and your external reality begins to reflect your internal state. Neville Goddard emphasized that the subconscious mind doesn't differentiate between actual experiences and those vividly imagined with feeling. Therefore, by consistently embodying the emotions associated with your fulfilled desires, you effectively program your subconscious to accept them as your reality. Incorporating these practices into your daily routine can lead to profound transformations. Start by dedicating a few minutes each day to the as-if exercise, immersing yourself fully in the sensations and emotions of your desired state. Over time, this emotional congruence will solidify, and you'll find your manifestations unfolding with greater ease and speed. Remember, the key lies in feeling the reality of your desires now, not in the distant future. By aligning your emotions with your aspirations, you harness the creative power within you to shape your world according to your deepest desires. Emotions are the language of the subconscious mind. While the conscious mind processes logic and reason, the subconscious responds to feelings and impressions. Neville Goddard emphasized that to manifest desires, one must impress the subconscious with the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This is because the subconscious does not differentiate between reality and imagination. It accepts what is vividly felt as true. The process of impressing the subconscious is most effective during a state akin to sleep. SATS. This is a deeply relaxed, drowsy state experienced just before falling asleep or upon waking. In this state, the conscious mind's critical faculties are diminished, allowing suggestions to bypass resistance and directly influence the subconscious. Neville advised utilizing this period to vividly imagine and feel the desired outcome as already accomplished. To enter SATS, find a quiet, comfortable place to relax. Close your eyes and focus on your breathing, allowing your body to relax progressively. As you drift into a drowsy state, begin to visualize a short scene that implies your desire has been fulfilled. Engage all your senses in this mental rehearsal. Feel the texture of objects, hear the sounds, smell the scents, and experience the emotions associated with the scene. Repeat this visualization until it feels natural and real. Incorporating sensory details enhances the vividness of the imaginal act, making it more convincing to the subconscious. For instance, if imagining receiving a promotion, feel the handshake of your superior, hear their congratulatory words, see the details of your new office, and sense the pride and satisfaction within you. The more immersive the experience, the more effectively it impresses the subconscious. By consistently practicing this technique, you align your inner state with your desired reality, leading to its manifestation in your external world. The key lies in feeling the reality of your desire now, not in the future. Through the power of feeling and imagination, you can shape your reality from within. Visualizing from a first-person perspective is essential in Neville Goddard's teachings. This approach involves experiencing your desired reality through your own eyes, rather than observing yourself from an external viewpoint. By doing so, you create a more convincing and immersive experience for your mind, making the imagined scenario feel real and attainable. This first-person visualization technique subtly influences your identity and self-perception. When you consistently see yourself living your desired reality, you begin to internalize this new identity, aligning your thoughts and behaviors with it. This alignment is crucial for manifestation, as it bridges the gap between your current state and your desired outcome. Repetition plays a significant role in reinforcing this new identity. By repeatedly engaging in first-person visualization, you build emotional momentum and familiarity with your desired state. This repetition is not about obsession, but about reinforcing the belief that your desired reality is already yours. Over time, this consistent practice builds faith in the unseen, making the manifestation process more effective. Inner conversations are another powerful tool in Neville Goddard's methodology. These are the dialogues you have with yourself, which shape your beliefs and emotional responses. By consciously directing these inner conversations to align with your desired reality, you can neutralize doubt and reinforce your belief in the manifestation. For instance, replacing thoughts like "I hope it happens" with "I am now experiencing it" shifts your mindset from uncertainty to certainty, further solidifying your new identity. Incorporating all your senses into your visualization enhances its effectiveness. Engaging your sense of touch, smell, sound, and taste makes the imagined experience more vivid and real. This multisensory approach deepens the impression on your subconscious mind, making the manifestation process more potent. By combining first-person visualization, emotional repetition, and positive inner conversations, you align your inner state with your desired reality. This alignment is the key to manifesting your desires, as it bridges the gap between imagination and reality, bringing your dreams into fruition. Living from the end is not about pretending or wishful thinking. It's about embodying the reality of your desire, as if it is already manifested. Neville Goddard emphasized that your actions and thoughts must align with the assumption of the wish fulfilled. This means adopting the mindset and behaviors of someone who already possesses what they desire. For instance, if you desire a new job, start by cultivating the confidence and professionalism of someone in that role. Dress the part, speak with assurance, and make decisions as if you're already employed in your desired position. These small lifestyle shifts support the new feeling and reinforce your alignment with the desired state. Letting go of the outcome emotionally is crucial in this process. Detachment doesn't mean indifference. It signifies confidence in the inevitability of your desire's manifestation. True faith involves resting in the inner knowing that your desire is already yours, without constantly checking for external validation. As Neville stated, acceptance of the end wills the means to that end. Persistence over time is essential, as manifestation often unfolds naturally rather than instantly. Consistency in maintaining the feeling of the wish fulfilled, even when outer reality appears unchanged, is key. Sustained inner feeling reshapes identity and conditions, gradually bringing your desire into physical form. Neville taught that by persisting in the assumption of your desire's fulfillment, you align your inner state with the external reality you seek. In Wikipedia.org. In summary, living from the end involves aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the reality of your fulfilled desire. By embodying this state, letting go of attachment to the outcome, and persisting over time, you create the conditions necessary for your desire to manifest. Feeling the reality of your desire already fulfilled creates a powerful internal shift. Yet feeling alone is not the full story. Action, inspired and aligned with that feeling, plays a crucial role. Neville Goddard teaches that your inner world and outer world are intertwined. When your mental and emotional state matches your wish fulfilled, it naturally leads you to take steps that support that reality. These steps are not forced or desperate. They arise effortlessly because your identity has shifted to one who already has what they desire. Imagine you have already received the job you want. Your feelings of success, confidence, and gratitude make you notice opportunities you might have missed before. You apply for positions not out of need or anxiety, but from a place of calm assurance. You speak confidently in interviews, dress in ways that reflect your new status, and network with people who align with your new reality. This is inspired action, natural, smooth, and joyful. It feels like a flow, not a struggle. Inspired action can also mean small daily habits that reinforce your new self. If you imagine yourself as healthy and vibrant, you might find yourself choosing nutritious food, exercising, or resting well, not as a chore, but as a natural expression of who you have become. These actions, taken from alignment, amplify the power of feeling because your outer behavior mirrors your inner conviction. This is the art of combining feeling with inspired action. Feeling creates your identity. Action expresses it. At the same time, it is important to trust the process without forcing outcomes. Sometimes the next step is clear, and other times you must wait patiently, maintaining your feeling of fulfillment without rushing. In that waiting, you remain receptive and open to the guidance that leads to the right action at the right moment. Neville Goddard reminds us that manifestation is an inner journey that eventually shows outwardly in the right way and time. As you consistently feel and act in harmony with your desire, the world begins to respond. Subtle signs and synchronicities appear, serving as confirmation that you are aligned with your manifestation. These are not coincidences, but gentle nods from life affirming your new reality. A chance conversation, an unexpected call, or a small win can all be signals that your inner work is taking effect. These signs are often easy to miss because they come quietly. You might notice a book recommended at the perfect time or overhear words that resonate deeply with your intention. A stranger might smile warmly when you think of your desire, or an opportunity might seem to appear out of nowhere. Neville Goddard teaches that these synchronicities are evidence of your mental state impressing the external world. Recognizing these signs strengthens your faith and encourages you to keep feeling the fulfillment of your wish. They are reminders that the unseen is working on your behalf, and your task is to remain steady in your assumption. When you see the world responding to your inner state, you deepen your belief and reinforce your manifestation. In some moments, these synchronicities become undeniable. You might find that all pieces fall into place effortlessly, leading you to what you imagined. The key is to stay alert and grateful for these confirmations, letting them motivate you but never allowing the need for signs to shake your inner certainty. Combining feeling with inspired action and staying tuned to the subtle signs of manifestation creates a powerful cycle. Feeling shapes your identity, action expresses it, and signs encourage you to continue. Neville Goddard's teachings show that the manifestation process is alive and dynamic, unfolding through your inner conviction and outer responsiveness. This dance between feeling, acting, and receiving is where your desires move from imagination into reality. Feeling your desire as already fulfilled is a powerful tool, but it can be easy to stumble if certain mistakes are made. Neville Goddard warns that these missteps don't just slow manifestation, they can block it entirely. Understanding what to avoid is just as important as knowing how to feel correctly. One of the most common mistakes is impatience. Manifestation is a process that requires time to unfold naturally. When you feel eager or anxious about the outcome, you create resistance. This resistance contradicts the feeling of already having what you want. It's like planting a seed, but digging it up repeatedly to check if it's grown. The energy behind impatience signals doubt, which weakens the assumption that your desire is real and present now. Neville Goddard emphasizes faith as the foundation. Faith means trusting the unseen and holding the feeling steadily, without rushing or doubting. Overthinking is another trap that undermines feeling. The mind tends to question, analyze, and criticize, especially when results don't appear immediately. This constant mental chatter interrupts the emotional state needed to impress the subconscious. Instead of focusing on the feeling of fulfillment, overthinking pulls attention back into doubt and confusion. Neville Goddard teaches that the subconscious mind does not respond to logic or reasoning. It responds only to feeling and belief. So when the conscious mind becomes tangled in what-ifs and worries, the subconscious receives mixed signals, causing delay or failure in manifestation. Mixing conflicting emotions is a subtle but powerful obstacle. You might feel joy and excitement about your desire one moment, then slip into fear or skepticism the next. This emotional inconsistency creates a push-pull effect within your being. Neville Goddard explains that the subconscious cannot hold two opposite beliefs at the same time. When your feelings vacillate between hope and doubt, the subconscious becomes confused and unable to manifest clearly. This inconsistency dilutes the strength of your inner assumption, making it difficult for your desire to take root. To avoid these mistakes, it is essential to cultivate emotional clarity. This means becoming aware of your feelings at every moment and gently steering them back to the state of fulfillment. When impatience creeps in, remind yourself that everything unfolds in perfect time. Replace anxious thoughts with calm assurance. When overthinking arises, consciously shift your focus to sensory-rich imagination. See, hear, and feel your desire as if it is already real. When conflicting emotions appear, pause and reconnect with the dominant feeling of having what you want. Neville Goddard also points out that persistence does not mean forcing or obsessing. It means consistent, relaxed feeling that steadily builds faith. This steady feeling can be practiced through mental repetition and inner conversations that affirm your new reality. The goal is to keep your emotional state aligned with the fulfilled desire, even when your outer circumstances seem unchanged. Another common mistake is trying to manifest without truly understanding or accepting your desire. Sometimes people hold on to wishes that conflict with their deeper beliefs or values. This inner contradiction creates resistance that blocks manifestation. Neville Goddard teaches that your subconscious is like fertile soil, but it only nurtures seeds that are fully accepted and believed in. To manifest effectively, you must be honest about what you want and willing to embody the state of having it. A final pitfall is neglecting the feeling itself and relying only on intellectual affirmation. Saying words without emotionally experiencing them is like speaking a language your subconscious doesn't understand. Neville Goddard's method demands that feeling is the essence of creation. Feeling must be vivid, deep, and sustained. It is the emotional energy that breathes life into your mental images and activates the creative power within. Avoiding these common mistakes requires patience, awareness, and practice. By mastering emotional consistency, releasing impatience, quieting the mind's doubts, and fully embracing your desire, you create the fertile ground where manifestation can flourish. Neville Goddard's teachings remind us that feeling is not a superficial act, but a profound inner state that shapes every aspect of our reality. The better you become at holding this state, the faster and clearer your manifestations will appear. Every step in this process, from feeling your desire as already fulfilled, to living in alignment with that feeling, to letting go and trusting the unfolding, is essential to manifesting your reality. Neville Goddard teaches us that the power lies within our inner state. When you consistently embody the feeling of your wish fulfilled, your external world begins to reflect that truth. Keep practicing these principles with patience and faith, knowing that transformation happens from the inside out. If you found value in this video and want more teachings like these, please like, subscribe, and join us here at Ignis Mindset. Share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you and supporting your journey. Your mindset shapes your life, so keep feeling it real and watch how your world changes.